From a 2 billion mega mansion, 500 million house, to 50,000 tiny home. This is the billionaire house tier list. Saudi Crown. Prince Mohammed bin Salman owns a $300 million French chateau with an underwater marine tank and a massive wine cellar. S tier. Warren Buffett might be one of the wealthiest men around the globe, but his house screams middle class. He has been residing in the same Omaha, Nebraska home since 1958, which he purchased for $31,500. Sure, it is worth $1 million in 2024. He adores this house not for its value, but for the pleasant memories it holds. It's sweet, but let's face it, sweet doesn't secure points in a billionaire tier list, so it's a C tier. Oprah Winfrey does not just possess an ordinary home, in fact, she owns kingdoms. Her jaw-dropping Montecito estate, the Promised Land, covers around 70 acres and comes with numerous mansions, a garden of roses, and even a private lake. Altogether, she is living the life of nobility without needing a crown, and that's just one of her possessions. Oprah has properties in Hawaii, Colorado, and Chicago. Logically, Oprah's love for property gains her a spot in solid A tier. Next, we have Vladimir Putin, yes, the president of Russia, with a net worth of around $200 billion. And with that much wealth, he just did not attain a mansion. Instead, he built a palace. It has underground tunnels for when he gets exhausted of the awkward meetings with world's leaders, and probably a room for his secret schemes for world domination. S tier, with no further questioning.
Let me tell you a secret. No one does when they begin. Ideas don't come out fully formed.
Mark Zuckerberg might be unsocial, but his land-holding portfolio speaks volumes. In Hawaii, he possesses over 1,500 acres of land, including 2 beautiful mansions and a web of tree houses connected by rope bridges. It's eco-friendly, self-sufficient, B tier for an attempt and imagination. Kim Kardashian, the queen of reality shows, joined Kanye West to create a $20 million mansion. The result? A house so minimalist it makes you think if furniture is out this season. It's all neutral tones, hollow, and an atmosphere that mutters, "Kindly don't touch something." Some people say it is a feather in one's cap, but others think it's a high-priced haunted house. Either way, it's as celebrated as Kim herself. Adore it or find it creepily lifeless. One thing is sure, this place has C-tier vibes with A-list drama. The co-founder of Oracle decided ordinary billionaire stuff is boring, so he purchased a whole Hawaiian island named Lanai for $300 million. Why? Maybe his game board got tedious. Lanai now brags resorts, an exclusive solar farm. Rumor has it the island also concealed something more bizarre. His own Jurassic Park. Sure, there are no verified dinosaurs yet, but come on, when you possess an island, dinosaurs are just a small step ahead. So it's a S tier for magnifying from a Ferrari to buying a landmass. Kanye West's real estate journey has been almost in chaos since his divorce, except the houses don't get custody battles. In 2023, he invested $57 million on a Malibu mansion, only to drop $20,000 a week to have it shred into pieces like a bad album review. And after all that happening, he auctioned it at a $4 million loss. But the Kanye housing venture does not end there. He once attempted to construct Star Wars-inspired domes, yes, to fix homelessness, only for California to seize him more quickly than you can spell Yeezy. Now, he is again planning a 100,000-acre city in the Middle East. Determined? Sure. Victorious? Not as of yet. Until Kanye's architectural goals line up with reality, he is solidly an F tier. Better luck for next project. Mukesh Ambani, India's wealthiest business tycoon, lives in Antilia, a $2 billion skyscraper that appears like a Jenga tower. This 27-story giant has a snow room that blasts artificial snow to thrash the Mumbai heat waves. Additionally, there are 6 floors for parking, along with 3 helipads, because why drive when you can just fly comfortably? Oh, and be mindful of the fact that there is also a private theater, a ballroom, and health spa. In short, Ambani's home is a city built vertically. Is it mind-blowing? Totally. That's why it received a place in S tier. Michael Jordan's Illinois mansion has remained on the market longer than some people's student loans. Because this isn't just a home, it's a fully fledged Michael Jordan museum. The gateway has his jersey number inserted on it, the basketball court is stamped with his kid's initials. Sure, it is legendary, unless you are a hardcore Jordan admirer with $14 million in your account. Who else wants to live in a house where you are continually reminded you will never be as classic as the GOAT? It is historic, yes. Sensible? Probably not. So here is a D tier for the mansion that can't even jump off the market. Say whatever you want about Donald Trump, but the man knows how to make a declaration and slap his initials on it. Take Trump Tower, his golden crown jewel in the heart of New York City, the penthouse. It is a 3-story, 24-karat gold and marble palace that looks like Versailles. S tier, because when you have your name on every single thing from buildings to hats to, well, steaks, you must have taken personal branding to another level. El Chapo is the owner of a $12 billion empire, but forget golden hallways and marble floors. It was more about confidential tunnels and escape routes. I mean, sure, you could say it was functioning, but it is hard to call it a palace when it's constructed like an underground puzzle for a guy guy who is always on the run.
El Chapo and his top lieutenant rushed through this passageway for about a half mile before emerging on the other side, stealing a car, but that driver called in a tip to police and authorities were able to track them down. This was a house that was clearly remodeled to fit El Chapo's purposes, and this is where he spent his final moments.
So it's an F tier. Jeff Bezos established Amazon in his garage, and now he could most likely pick up every single garage in America. With a net worth of over $219.4 billion, Bezos retains homes all over the USA, but his Florida residence takes the cake. Settling on a man-made island, this $68 million property comes with a bonus trait: no unwanted small talk with neighbors. Why? Because Bezos bagged the $79 million house next door too. Guess it is easier to spend millions of dollars than borrowing some sugar from neighbors. But wait, there is a lot more. Bezos' mansion has sufficient room to house his ego. Solid S tier for my man. Jack Ma, creator of Alibaba and world champion of hide and seek, emptied $191 million on a residence in Hong Kong. Settled on the highest hill, it possesses staggering views of the world's most big budget skyline. But Jack made the biggest blunder of criticizing the Chinese government, and he vanished faster than your Wi-Fi signal during a Zoom call. Sure, the house has a killer view, but it turns out the real display was the Chinese government trying to find Jack. C tier for the stunning views. Misplaced owner vibe. Buckingham Palace, the previous home of Queen Elizabeth, is primarily a $5 billion flex. With 775 rooms, it has more capacity than your neighborhood mall and a good parking lot too. There is a throne room, a private royal garden, and even an ATM in the basement, because even the Queen needs to hit the cash machine occasionally. Imagine trying to find the bathroom. You would surely need GPS, and those 800 plus staff members, they are not servants, practically they are your roommates. It's a S tier because when your bathroom is bigger than most people's homes with its own zip code, you have undoubtedly won in life. Bill Gates' $150 million Washington mansion, Xanadu 2.0, is more of a tech playground. Gates bought the lot for just $2 million. That's like a pocket change for him. And then went on to spend a casual $63 million to build this high-tech dream house. It only took 500 Douglas fir trees and a couple hundreds of workers to make this 66,000 square foot dream mansion a reality. From the inside, it has an underwater music system in the pool because swimming in silence is so last century. And let's not slip the trampoline room. Yes, one of the wealthiest men decided he needed a room dedicated exclusively to bouncing. This tech mansion easily lands an A tier in this catalog, because when your house resembles a Bond villain's hideout, you know you have made it. Elon Musk is the man who introduced us to Tesla, SpaceX, and that Dogecoin tweet. Many of you may have heard about him as a guy who wants to have a home on Mars. Now you must be rationalizing that the man who is apparently transforming the future would possess a home straight out of a sci-fi movie, right? But you are wrong. In 2020, Musk decided to get rid of all his luxurious homes and now lives in a small house. And by small, I mean a $50,000 unit that is tiny than most garages. He declares that possessions overwhelm him. It's off-center for Musk, but hey, the man is still the owner of Twitter. That alone bumps him higher to A tier.